I want to get to the Isaiah Thomas ejection. Scottie, you got the clothesline chop on Andrew Wiggins. Second night in the row in the NBA, we have seen a clothesline block. This seemed a little different than the Dellavedova-Bradley Beal one. This was a little more reflexive. IT said he was going for the ball there. He did apologize right away, but I guess what, Scottie, you get a player's throat, you got to get tossed, right?
Yeah, I mean, you just don't want the game to get out of hand after some type of incident like this. So you really got to take him out of the game and sort of stop everything right there. But you know that that's really not Isaiah's personality, right. And you hate to see that happen. But in this situation, he just didn't move his feet, he moved his arms.
Right.
Obviously, the officials stepped in and, made the right decision.
You like Tyronn Lue, right?
I do.
Do you like Tyronn Lue?
Yes, I do.
I like Tyronn Lue. Tyronn Lue with a straight face said he didn't think Isaiah deserved to be.
That is his job. You know that. You that.
You don't have to convict somebody with intent on getting ejected.
No.
Only by your actions. I don't know what Isaiah intended. I can't be in his head, but that was a highly dangerous
yeah, you just
play.
Look, it's like you hit someone in the face, you got to go.
I mean,
I also like to point out.
It almost looked like a punch.
Yeah.
Isaiah
you
has
want to call it that.
Isaiah has played 3+ games with the Cavs, 4 games. He's got 3 technicals and a flagrant foul ejection.
But one of the technicals came before he started playing again.
Oh, that's a good point.
So there you go. I do want to get to IT's free agency because you mentioned it a few minutes ago. I want you to talk about the piece you have on ESPN.com. Look, I sat down with Isaiah just a few weeks ago, and once again, he brought up the Brinks track. Now, he's been saying all last year, they better pay me a max, but that was when he was with Boston. He said it to me when he was talking about being with Cleveland, when he knew he was only going to play half a season.
Right, so the Cavs have a couple of contract dramas this summer. I just mentioned with LeBron, right? We know that's going to be interesting come July. Okay. We're going to have something interesting with Isaiah Thomas come July. Whether or not LeBron wants to be in Cleveland or whether he wants to go elsewhere, nobody knows right now. But the Cavs are going to have a hot potato here because Isaiah, as you mentioned, wants to get paid. But the market for point guards has become very contracted over the last 12 months. Just ask Kyle Lowry. He had a good contract, but tens of millions less than he thought. Just ask George Hill. He thought he was going to get a 4 or 5 year huge deal. He got a 2-year contract. Isaiah is a guy who's a bit of a controversial player because he's a little bit smaller than ideal and because he's got a degenerative hip issue that could affect the rest of his career. So this next 6 months is Isaiah Thomas's chance to win over the Cavs fans so that no matter what happens with LeBron, maybe there's pressure to retain him. And also, as you mentioned, if the Nets pick isn't as good, how can if the Cavs end up with the number 10 pick as the prime piece of that Kyrie Irving trade, how could they let Isaiah Thomas walk out the door for nothing?
Would you give Isaiah Thomas a max?
If I'm the Cleveland Cavaliers, I can't give him the max. For one, he's not going to be able to match the type of season that he had last year. And 2, you're dealing with a guy with a bad hip, and he just haven't brought the performance out to be a max player now. And you did it in Boston, but you're not going to be able to do it in Cleveland for one reason. LeBron James is there.
Rachel, he's not going to get a max contract.
Well, I mean,
he's not even going to get 4 years.
But he thinks that he should, and it's just interesting to me. I mean, it's an unfortunate bunch of circumstances. He had much more of a case in Boston to say to the Celtics, I have done this, this, and this for you. And you can see why he was so frustrated with the trade. People said, oh, Isaiah Thomas doesn't understand the business. This guy's played for 4 different teams.
Yeah.
He understands the business of the NBA, but his business was a problem.
And I can say this, that a guy his size is very difficult to max him out.
Yeah.
Because of some of the problems that you're going to have to deal with night in and night out. I mean, on the defensive end, he's always going to be a problem. So you're going to have to cover him night in and night out unless you create.
But what if the Cleveland Cavaliers fans fall in love with him in the next 6 months and the Cavs are sitting there worried about LeBron
But
leaving?
I think Scottie's right. You don't
They're
have
not
to max
writing
him.
the check. I love the fans, but they're not the one that's going.
Let's just wait and see what happens.